Okay, this is part 7, and it's the third. This is part 7, 3 of 3 videos. And so I left off where I was living with my first love, and we were just, we were both raging alcoholics and drug addicts, and that's, that was pretty much it. We tore each other up, and he had cheated on me, and I didn't handle it well. It was so painful. I mean, it was every time he went to work or every time he went out, my mind would just go over a lot of, I should have did this, I could have done, just this. It was really painful, dealing with it. And so I dealt with it the only way I knew how, and I just kind of fucked everybody that walked, without him knowing. And I felt guilty, but it's the only way I knew how to deal with the pain of that betrayal. And so, we carried on, and I was working as a waitress, and he had his job, and this one time I got like, oh my God, I gotta do something. And I went to the place that I went to treatment at, Sharp Cabrillo in San Diego, and they admitted me. And I remember calling him, and he's like, where are you? And I go, cause I had his car. I go, honey, I just can't do this anymore, and I'm in Sharp Cabrillo. I put myself in treatment. He goes, you know what? We can't afford that. And you just come home now. Bring me my car. Come home. We'll be okay, and you don't have a problem. And I'm like, okay. So I went home, and it just got worse and worse and worse. Because I was just dealing with it in unhealthy ways, and so we broke up. We broke up, and around that time, I think I was 21, and just going to, I moved in with some friends from high school, and we all just partied. That's what we did. And then when I broke, and I was just raging. I was just to where those friends turned into being like, I'd see notes, I would like leave a line of Crystal, and for my roommate, and I'd come back and the line would still be there, and it would say, get out, we don't want you here anymore. And so I think I rented a room in National City, and it ended up, and it was like out of like kind of, I don't know if there was Craigslist back then, but they were transporting illegal aliens. I remember I found out, come home one night, and all these people are sleeping all over the house, and found out they were running illegal aliens, and they even wanted me to do it. They said they'd pay me well, and I'm just like, no, that's not for me. They wanted, because I have this like angelic look about me, at least I like to think so, and that, so that, if I ever did get stopped, I could get out of, I don't know, I could talk my way out of it. I've always been like that, very persuasive. And so I ended up moving to a studio on Elkhorn Boulevard, and it was there that I had my own place, but you know, I was going to the bar every night, going to the club, and just drinking a lot and doing drugs, and it got me in trouble. One time I went home with this guy, and he's like, hey, my roommate's gonna come in here and watch us. Is that okay? And I'm like, I guess. And his roommate was really, they were SEAL team guys in the Navy. And the next thing I know, I'm, you know, having sex with two guys. And then I was really tired after. But he comes and he tells me, he wakes me up and he says, hey, I'm gonna take you home because my roommate doesn't want you here when his wife wakes up. And I go, he's married? Oh man, I felt so used. And he gave me a ride, and I said, hey, can you stop at the 7-Eleven? It was about a mile. It was about a mile from my studio. And I'm buying what I need to buy, and the cashier goes, hey, the guy you came in the car, he threw your bag out and took off. And I was so embarrassed. I remember walking home, you know, and it's like 4 a.m, and all these you know, cars going by, stopping, asking me if I was working. And I would just felt so humiliated, you know. And then on my 22nd birthday, I went, you know, with Randy, my first love, because we were kind of off and on, and mostly off, and we went to Black Angus in Chula Vista, and he got really, really drunk. His roommate went with us, and we were all just drinking, and because it was my 22nd birthday, so I really was going to do it up, you know, party straight for like 2 days. I'm glad I didn't go, like, because the 2 effect, you know, I'm glad I didn't go for 22 days. I don't think I would have survived. And the next thing I know, my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, they were separated. She moved to Idaho, and she had moved to Idaho, and I was down there, and he thought I was her because from all the crystal I was doing, I had lost so much weight. And I ended up, he talked me into, he says, hey, why don't you, he goes, it looks like you're not getting along too well with Randy. Why don't you, let's go party at my apartment. And he goes, like, you can have all the booze you want. You can have all the booze you want. I'll take care of you. And went to his apartment, and the next thing I know, I went to the bathroom and come out of the bathroom because it was in his bedroom, and he, you know, I ended up waking up naked in his bed, and I just sat up and I looked and I went, oh my God, what did I do? And he woke up and he said, I go, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. He goes, oh, I hope I didn't make you sick. And I go, no, I just gotta get out of here. I gotta split. I don't like this. And he's like, fix me a bag of, because he was a big dealer.